Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stampin' with Denise. I'm so glad you can join me. As always, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you like what I'm going to do for you tonight. If you do, please share your video, or share my video, and comment share down in the comments, and you'll get a chance to win the project I'm working on tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell, and you'll get notified of when I go live, or when I post a new video, I should say. So, if you recall last week, I made this holiday card. I had received one that looked much like this in a swap, and I wanted to create it. And so, because she shared my video and commented that she shared, Rebecca Sanders is going to get this card. So Rebecca, thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that. It helps out my small business. So I'll get that out to you in the mail very soon. And before I forget, there won't be any Facebook Live next Monday. That is November 8th. I'll just be getting back in town on Monday from being away. So I just don't think I'm going to have anything ready. But then I will be back with you on Monday, November 15th. Okay? Great. So let's get started. I'm going to change the view down to my hands, and I'll show you the quick, simple, but really pretty Christmas card that I have for you tonight. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you. You know what? I forgot to grab the pack of Designer Series paper. Hang tight. Let me get that here. It's been on back order. It is called the Whimsy and Wonder Specialty Designer Series paper. And it is so pretty. Let me get this open here so I can show you what is in it. We made this card this weekend at my Christmas card class. This was one of 4 cards, but it was the only one using this really cute paper. So let me show you here. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I'll get the list of the colors here. And I especially like this one with all the packages on it. There's the trees. There's the snowflakes. You know, on one side's a more neutral. I love this one with the holly berries. And these kind of iridescent stripes, and the back of that is green dots. So, really pretty. Like I said, this has been on back order, so if this is something you're interested in, it's the Whimsy and Wonder 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. The colors are Blushing Bride, Crumb Cake, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Polished Pink. And although I'm not using it on this card, this suite also has, let me show you, oh, I haven't even opened it up. It's this really pretty, what color is this? Blushing Bride ribbon, and the edges are kind of frayed. It's so pretty. So I can't wait to use that, but for today I'm going to use the white glittered organdy ribbon. It's a favorite of mine, so we're going to use that. Like I said, this is super simple, not hard at all. And when you're mass producing cards, a lot of times that's exactly what you want, is simple. So the base is Thick Whisper White, and like I said, it's 5.5 by 8.5. I guess you can't see my numbers, but trust me, it's 5.5 by 8.5. We folded it in half. So I bone folder and get a nice crisp edge, and that's done. I have a piece of Blushing Bride, and this is 4 by 5.25. Okay, and that'll be the next layer. But I think I'm gonna wait. My DSP here is 3 3/4 by 5, okay? And then I have a strip of designer series paper, which just happens to be the back side. And it is also 3 3/4 inches wide and 1 inch, or 3 3/4 inches long and 1 inch wide. So I'm going to show you a little trick. You know how I always say when you have two pieces and you're going to put them on there, you'll put them together, make sure you attach these first so you can trim them off if they aren't the right width or one's a little longer. You know, do this before you put them on here. With this, it's not a problem because you know what? This was all the same piece of paper. This was 6 inches long. And so I just cut off the inch. So I know it matches because it came from that piece of paper and it's perfect. So a little trick. It doesn't work all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this here while I'm here. Okay, put this right about, you know, I'm going to put it right about here. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to take my ribbon and at least attach the base piece. And you know how I don't tie it all the way around because I can't tie very good bows. I just use a little glue dot here. Oops, cut that kind of short, but we've got enough space here. And put a glue dot on here. Yeah, like I said, I'm leaving on Wednesday to be out of town at a conference, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting away. It's the closest thing really to a vacation that I will have had this year, and my husband's going to go with me. He doesn't usually go with me to my conferences, but sometimes he does, and so since we haven't been able to take a vacation, he's got a lot of time off to burn, so he's going with me. That'll be fun. Okay, so let's see, right? Put that right on there. Put this on here. See, and I just love this card. It's so easy to mass produce. All, you know, you can whip up a bunch of these. And remember that these kind of layouts are good for other kinds of cards. So this is a super easy layout that you could use for a lot of different cards, okay? I think the next thing I'm gonna do is tie my knot, tie my part of my bow here, and then we will do some stamping. There we go. See how easy that is? Oops, I don't cut it that way. There we go. Okay, so that part's done. Now all you have to do is work on the label. And for this one, I used a stamp from the Frosted Gingerbread stamp set right here. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. But you know, not all of my friends that I send Christmas cards to celebrate Christmas. Or maybe you just need a winter themed card. So I'm going to use, I'm going to use the Let It Snow out of the Snowman Season stamp set instead. So it makes it just a little bit more versatile because you can use it for, you know, different things. So I have a piece. Let me get my little mat here. Piece of basic white, and I'm stamping this in Mossy Meadow ink. This has been a well-loved stamp. It's not looking very dark. Let's see here. You know what? I think I need to re-ink that. It's kind of dry. So let me get my ink refill, and I'll show you how to do that. let me see. So, oh, let me get the rest of my. Okay, here we go. So I have this tendency to over ink, so I've learned that I don't put as much on, and I can always add more, right? Always add more. So I'm just going to kind of cover this the best I can, like that. You always make sure, Mossy Meadow, Mossy Meadow. There's been a couple times I've put the wrong color. It was the right shade of color, but the wrong one on. Like I put a lighter brown on a darker brown, which worked out okay, but it's just easier to check in the first place. So what we're going to do is take a card. This is an old card from a key card from a hotel, but you could use a plastic spoon. You could use anything like that. Just, you know, kind of move it around so that it move the ink around a little bit. And I think it'll soak in here. I'm just gonna take a minute. So what I'm gonna do is, and you can do this trick too if you get too much. You can kind of move the ink to the side. Okay. I like using the card like this. Let me kind of wrap this a little bit here. You can tell I've done this before. Whoops. See, I'm making a mess, but this is why I just wipe it off. There we go. So I've moved that over to the side. I've moved that ink over to the side. Let's try this now. How's that work? That's still, maybe I've moved too much of it over. That's probably too much. Let's see. You know what? It's a little bit uneven, but it wouldn't be bad. Let's see here. Let's try this again. One more time. Nope. I'm gonna move my ink around a little more. I moved a little bit too much of it around. It'll soak in. There we go. There we are. Wipe that ink off that card. Okay, one more time. We're going to try, see. I don't know why that ink pad is not wanting the ink. You know what? I'm going to go with what I've got here, and it just, that's okay. It's not even, but they won't know. They'll think that's the way it was meant to be. So I am using our retired 2-inch circle punch, just because it was easy to grab, okay, off my rack, and I didn't have to bring my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine over and things like that. So, but you could certainly use the circle dies or any other shape that you might want to. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. Take these off. Actually, I kind of like the way that ink looks on there. It's a little bit uneven. Adds a little character to it. There you go. And then I'm going to put some of our in color dots. These are the 2021, 2023 in color dots. This is what I have left. I've been through a whole package already. This is, I think, my second one. So I'm going to put some of these. They're hard to see because they're on a, I've got a dark. So let me find a piece of paper here. So they've got some really pretty colors that match. That's the polished pink And that's the pale papaya, and we've got the fresh freesia. I'm trying to remember what color that one was. I don't remember. It's escaping me right now. But anyway, we're gonna take some of these fun iridescent gemstones, and we're going to put them in a few places here. I'll take a small one, pink one, and put it right here. And let's see. It's hard to see. I'm going to use one of these. I just smeared that ink. Look at that. Ugh. I'm going to have to redo that. I don't like that. Sorry, guys. It is what it is. But you know what? It's easy to fix, especially when you put on dimensionals. I just kind of cut it off. Like that. Oops, I've got one. There we go. One landed on the ribbon. I'm going to make sure I don't have ink on my hands. And you know what? You can just peel this off like this. So there you go. There's how you make that. You fix that boo-boo. Okay, let's try this again here. Get another piece of paper. You know what I think I might do is grab a different piece. Let me see, this ink was the Mossy Meadow. I think I might grab the Evening Evergreen, okay? Just because I know that ink pad's working pretty good. Let me clean off of course my cleaner is on the other side of the room. Where's my, hang tight. My things are not all where they should be, and it's not good when I'm doing my video, huh? I'm doing my live. Okay, let's get this all cleaned up as best I can. Got a little extra ink in there. I love the chamois because it can get right in all the little nooks and crannies. So much for a quick card. I was good till I got to the ink, huh? Okay. There we go. Much nicer. There's my circle punch. There it is. Sometimes you just have to get a little messy, don't you? Okay, dimensionals again. We're getting there. We're almost done. Okay, so I had a gem here. Let me put another pink one off of here. Put that up here. And we'll put one of these pale papaya ones. I'll do a larger one. There we go. Okay. So there we are. Hope you like it. Don't forget, like I said, you can use this layout for lots of different occasion cards. And it features the designer series paper, a little bit of ribbon, a sentiment. Makes a really nice card for a lot of different occasions. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Thanks for bearing with me as I had ink issues, and I will see you in 2 weeks. That'll be November 15th. Thanks everybody for joining me. Bye now.